Right, so we've just told you you've got a cataract, and the next step is now the discussion and the decision to make with regards what lens technology you're going to be putting inside your eye. After all, it is a life-changing decision. It is our most important sense, and we want the best out of our eyes. But what is the best out of your eye? What is the best out of your vision? That's a very subjective question. And when we sit together, we run through your examination in the advanced eye assessment from the back right through to the front to make sure that you're a good candidate for specific lens technologies that we have. Right, so when correcting your vision options, let's look at the broad range of possibilities that we have for you. Number one, correcting both eyes for distance using a standard lens. This means that you are highly likely, 90 to 95% of the time, to not need spectacles for your distance vision. However, for your near vision, which is not just reading, it's computer as well, you are going to be needing either 2 pairs of specs for your desktop and your reading, or a varifocal from your computer to your reading. That's option 1, standard distance vision correcting lens. Option 2, which we don't use very often, but it's where you can have both eyes set for near, so for a reading task or for computer task. I find it quite limiting because no one spends 90% of their day looking at 40 centimeters reading books all day. So that essentially means that as soon as you lift your head up from that task, from reading or from your desktop, you are going to need spectacles for the distance. And very often we find these patients go back into spectacles full time because it's frustrating to be putting spectacles on and off every time you look up and then look down again. So that's probably the least popular of the options to go for. Option 3 is something called trifocal technology. Trifocals give you equal vision in both eyes for reading, equal vision in both eyes for your desktop, and equal vision in both eyes for distance. Now, that's a wonderful solution, and in many of my patients I do use these lenses, but you have to be a good candidate and you have to understand what are the benefits of the lenses and what are the downsides of the lenses. And those are a talk that we will have together, and when we talk specifically about trifocals and the technology, I'll tell you more about the ins and outs. Your 4th category is something called extended depth of field. Now, some people may not be a good candidate for a trifocal lens, or some people have other issues with the back of the eye that exclude them from being a good candidate from trifocals, but we can still use a really advanced technology where we choose, or I show you, your sensory dominant eye. So your brain has one dominant eye by default for distance and one non-dominant eye for your reading or for your near. You don't know it, but it's there, it's inherent. And we manipulate that by using a lens that allows you to see clearly for distance up to computer. It extends the depth of focus in your dominant eye, and in your non-dominant eye, we insert a lens that gives you great computer through to near vision. That's called blended vision. Blended vision is an excellent option in people who have had it simulated with contact lenses for most of their life, or who may not be a candidate for trifocals and are looking for broader range of spectacle independence. Those last 2 options I've told you about fall into a category called premium lenses. Premium lenses provide you a broader range of spectacle and contact lens independence, and by and large, a good portion of those lenses is not covered by your medical aid. So there is an out-of-pocket portion for that. There is a 3rd lens that falls into the premium lens category, and that's something called a toric lens. And what does a toric lens do? It corrects astigmatism. We've chatted about astigmatism on our videos, but astigmatism essentially means a rugby ball shape. The front of the eye, the cornea, is shaped like a rugby ball. So if we put a standard lens into something that looks like a rugby ball, at the end of the day, the light rays are not going to fall at one point at the back of the eye, they're going to fall at 2, and you're going to have image blur. So when we insert a toric lens essentially has a rugby ball shape built into it to offset the rugby ball shape on the front of your eye. And once those match on a specific axis, you get one image falling at the back of your eye. Those lenses, or toric lenses, can be incorporated into standard distance lenses, into trifocal lenses, or into extended depth of field lenses or standalones. So our range is broad, and in the last 5 to 10 years the technology has come on in leaps and bounds, and it gives me great joy and great pleasure to be able to show the majority of my patients options which can broaden their range from spectacles and contact lenses. So if this is something you're thinking about, or if you've already had a consultation with me and you're not sure about your options, watch this video, watch it again, and then watch the subset videos discussing each of the technologies that may best suit you.